Welcome back to Let's Play Earthbound. Here we are at the end of Deep Darkness. We have this cave. We're going to go through here and see what's on the other side. What in the hell is this? You're shy, huh? Oh, okay. A death ray just sitting in the garbage. Well, be surprised what people throw out. Death ray is, of course, a weapon for Jeff. Give it to him and see what kind of stats we get out of it. Wow, look at that. That's nice. Weird junk. You got that right. Okay, they're all shy. Let me guess. You're shy. Okay, this one's gonna let us stay here, sleep in the hole, huh? Okay, we got a new item, the heavy bazooka that Jeff repaired. Now, you see something a little funny here. You can't equip it. What good is it, then? It's an item that you use during battle. Use many times. It will eventually break, but you can't equip it. You just use it in battle like it's a food item or something. Now remember, we had fought a battle against Master Barth. Just like when we fought him as Master Belch, you should go get yourself cleaned off in this hot spring or whatever this is. That chicken is bugging me. I'm gonna sell it off. Hi! Where's that chicken? There it is, down here. Pooh had it. Getting clean. The fact that they're all bunched together like that isn't freaky at all. Didn't see that coming. Oh, a little different. The item shop guy won't even talk to us? That is pathetic. Okay, so there is this book that will allow them to overcome shyness. Where the hell are we going to find that book? Because these guys are important. They're going to help us get through. Let's see. Oh, okay. Eraser, huh? Okay, that could have gone better. I'm sure this will benefit mankind greatly. I don't think the orange kid has to worry about being shy. Okay, so now we have a problem. The Apple Kid had the book Overcoming Shyness, and we need it to get these freaky little green dudes to talk to us. So we gotta go find him. Let's go over to Winters and... whoops. And go talk to the Apple Kid. Because that's where he is, whether he wants to admit it or not. powerful as the weapons here may have seemed like before, they're nothing anymore. I can't be sure, but I think you may need this. So I'm going to bring it anyway. See if we can remember how to get down there. Apparently this is the wrong way. Tony's disappeared, huh? Whoa, what's this? These are new enemies. These things weren't here before. Watch out for these guys, they will give you a cold. No, we fought the lesson book before, but this woolly shambler thing, I don't know what that's about. Nice amount of HP and PP, but you didn't really give us much else. Now, there are a lot more enemies around here, different kinds of enemies. These are aliens. Something going along. You think that might have something to do with the Apple Kit going missing? That was a stupid move. Okay, I didn't need the chewing gum. He already had his own. So that was a waste of time. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Riding a plesiosaur through frozen river or lake or whatever. With a monkey that blows bubbles. None of that's weird. Not at all. Bye-bye, monkey. Bye-bye, Tessie. Goodbye. See ya later. Now, remember several episodes back, I made sure to bring the pencil eraser along back when I took the Skyrunner back to Winters. Well, here is why. Because this path here is now open. You don't have to run through the Brick Road dungeon anymore. You can just go straight down here and enter the cave and go all the way to Dr. Andonut's lab. I know. Awesome, right? The enemies in here won't mess with you anymore. So don't worry about that. Remember that if you want to restore yourself, running into the sanctuary location, that'll restore you. Although you won't get any more songs or anything. So. But it is like a cheap, completely free way of restoring you. But then again, it's a little unnecessary because once we get to the Dr. Donut's lab, we can do that anyway. Really? You're gonna make me fight this? Ah, the strong crocodile's stronger than I thought. I thought one hit would kill it. It took 4 or 5. Okay, remember Stonehenge. Really? We're gonna make me do this too? Okay, this is Dr. Donut's lab, where the Apple Kid was. What do you know? He's not here. Kind of didn't expect him to be. He felt like this. What? Okay, we have an object called the Eraser. Now, remember the pencil eraser got rid of an iron statue that was shaped like a pencil. So I'm imagining the eraser does the same thing, only with things shaped like an eraser. But, you know, that's just conjecture. Okay, I've prepared, and now it's time to move on to, we'll rescue everybody that was supposed to be here, but isn't. Now, where can we go? Well, we can go here, can't we? Buzzy Pickles. Just looking at what I've got. Okay, there's some unnecessary crap in here, but I'll go ahead anyway. Now, remember, a great many episodes back, we wandered in here to take a look at what was happening in here, and we were only able to get as far as this eraser statue. Now, we can do something about that, because we have the eraser, which is not redundant in the least bit. And we can move on now. And head down this way. Of course, there's only one way we can go. And we encounter some new types of enemies. Wow, that guy looks kind of familiar. And then we have these weird floating crystal things. Ooh, Mook Senior. They're obviously the more powerful versions of the little D-bags that we fought a while back. So let's take them out. Oh, some powerful magic. Take him out before he dies. And good as gold. Now, what is up with these little dudes that keep disappearing? Let's get into a fight with... not what I wanted. Let's get into a fight with one of those little dudes that keeps disappearing. See what they're all about. Well, they're in the way. Fortunately, that battle did not go quite as planned. Look what happened next. He's diamondized. He's turned into this kind of diamond guy. So how do we deal with that? Well, in days past, it would have been a problem. But now that we have this high-powered healing spell, we can do something about it. Now, these are Greek letters, alpha, beta, and I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. I guess this might be Omicron or Theta or something. But use that one on your diamondized characters, and they'll return to normal. And we're good to take on... Oh! Wow, that could not have been worse. Starman! Well, at least used up that term, putting a shield up around himself. Not a very powerful enemy at the time, but these Starmen are by far not the powerhouses of this dungeon. So don't get lulled into a false sense of security because you're able to take these guys down without much effort. You're likely to gain a lot of levels while moving through this dungeon. And since Pooh is behind, he's going to gain more levels than anybody else. That is a nice group of HP there. Wow. And he's got another brain shock skill. I gotta restore Pooh, but be careful what you give him, because he just doesn't, most foods don't do jack for him. See, look at that, that was pathetic. Use his PSI abilities to heal him. And in the event that he needs some PP replenished, use the bottles of water. Hold on, this looks familiar. Appears as though I just wandered back into the same room I started in, so I'm going to go back in the... go back. At least I got green. Learn from my mistakes, people. Go this way to start with. I'm guessing this is supposed to be like a cave, rather than just a bunch of paths suspended over a big void. Okay, we have a new type of enemy here, the Atomic Power Robot. Be careful of this bastard, because I believe these things will explode. So, oh, yeah. I love enemies that have a surprise at the end. Enough of the damn ice attacks. You're driving me insane. Made it in time, oh yeah. And it exploded. Caused a lot of damage. Fortunately, it's not going to take any characters down because it explodes when it's killed, and you want to kill the atomic-powered robot last. I can't make that clear enough. because we emphasize that enough. Because if you destroy it first, it will destroy your characters. It'll rip them to pieces with that explosion power. And, well, that's going to be bad for you. I think I'm going the right way now. Oh yeah, this looks familiar. Jeez, they're everywhere. It's insane. And of course, more fighting. So many damn battles. Really bogging us down. So many enemies, they don't stop. The only thing I'm really concerned with is this kind of high attrition rate I have while dealing with these enemies. I mean, I get into a fight with a Starman, yeah, no big deal. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage, probably, but, you know, I'll survive. But... okay. A new type of enemy, the Starman Super. And, of course, an atomic power robot. We faced a few of those before. But the Starman Super, there's something new about this we have to take into consideration. Pooh can't use regular weapons. He just can't do it. So, you have to go through the entire game without him using weapons. Unless you manage to steal one from the Starman Super. And the way you do that is you spy on him. Using Jeff's spy command. Unfortunately, this is a very nauseatingly long process. Chances are I'm going to get fed up and just continue the dungeon without ever finding Pooh's weapon called the Sword of Kings. But I'm gonna, at least while I'm here, I'm gonna give it a try. Notice the Starman Super is a stronger enemy than the regular Starman. Okay, it didn't work. This one doesn't have it, so I can go back to just regularly attacking it. And of course we have the atomic-powered robot we have to deal with. Okay, I used Pooh's command to mirror the enemy, turned into an atomic-powered robot. The reason why I did that is because there's a possibility while he's like that, he's going to do this replenish fuel supply thing and heal himself or some other character. Which is what he just did. And he restored Polis, too. Hopefully he does Nessus next. Or do some damage. Oh, that was brutal. Alright, let's keep going. It's a good thing about fighting these Starman Supers. When you're out here, you're not always going to find them with the... You're not always going to find them hanging around with those atomic-powered robots. So, when they teleport around instead of moving around, you're going to find sometimes that they're going to teleport in the middle of your group, and it makes getting a surprise attack on them a lot easier. So check this out. Green. Getting closer. Wow, this is a big place. Who built this down here? The aliens, I guess, but I mean, really, what the hell for? It's not like there are rooms or anything. Okay, what happens at this point, Ard, is if I were to head further through here, I would encounter the boss. Encountering the boss would mean that I would stop running into the Super Starmen, which would allow me to get the Sword of Kings, because once you kill the boss, all the enemies in this area disappear. So I am going to cut the camera now and head back in there and see if I can farm a few more Super Starmen, and maybe I will be able to get the Sword of Kings. So if I come back without the sword, I'll explain to you that I got busy or tired or angry or whatever and gave up on it. If not, then whatever. Haha, look at that. Turns out, persistence does work. I got the damn Sword of Kings. Unfortunately, it took me an extremely long time. Let's get that sword over to Pooh. I had spent an enormous amount of time here. Look at the levels my characters are at. I forget what level Ness was at, but he was probably somewhere around 60 or the high 50s or something like that. I'm going to say he was 60. And Pooh, the lowest level character, is now higher than Ness was when we came into this dungeon. So let's get that Sword of Kings on there. Increases offense by 30. To be honest, Pooh's offense was rather crappy to begin with. Let's demonstrate this a little bit. Pooh's offense was a little bit crappy to begin with. So getting this weapon is really going to work wonders. Look at that, 177. Brings him more in line with the other characters. You notice I also got the Sword of Kings from a flash victory. I had been here so long... Oh, on another level. Unbelievable. I had been in this dungeon fighting these Super Starmen for so damn long that I just surpassed them. 41. Damn. It's a big increase. And Paula gets a level 2. And during that time, I gained a whole crap load of new spells. Look, we got Life Up Omega. That's the highest level. We also got Healing Omega for Pooh. This doesn't really show all the spells. PSI Flash Omega, we got that one. I'm not sure if we had these before. Hypnosis and Paralysis Omega. For Paula, we got a few of them. Look at these. Fire and Freeze, we both reached the Omega levels. PSI Magnet, I think, Omega, I think that's a new one. And we got all the Shield, PSI Shield, up to Omega. And Pooh, Thunder, Omega, Freeze, whatever this is supposed to be. Anyway, we got a whole crapload of new PSI spells. Also notice, though, the only person with enough PP power left to use them is Paula. So we're going to have to go fight the boss of this dungeon. We're going to have to fight the boss of this dungeon with nothing in the way of healing items. Basically no PP, no way to restore the HP of my characters. It's ordinarily, even with my advanced level, I would consider this to be a rather difficult task ahead of us. But, to tell you the truth, I'm not worried about it because I have a trick up my sleeve. And we're going to go see what that is in a few seconds. Now, if you used the previous exit mouse that we got in the first town, you could pick up another one here. Now, I just took that exit mouse and I gave it to Cargo Express. I haven't used it yet, so I can't pick up this one. Oh, look. I'd forgotten about this area. broken items should be given to Jeff. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any room, so I can't do that right now. And I'd forgotten about this entire room here. I feel bad about that. Pixie bracelet, huh? Let's, get that over to someone else. That's a nice little up. I'm a sucker for those presents. Speed capsule. Here's the door I was looking for. Oh, look at this. I see Tony, one of the Tessie Watchers. Here's a Mr. Saturn. There's Dr. N Donuts. Here's Mr. T. The Apple Kid, and one of those New Age retro hippie guys. Well, apparently the aliens have abducted them, and they're probably going to be anal probed if I don't rescue them. So let's do this. I can't imagine the horror that they're going to face being sodomized by this creepy silver dude standing here. Apple of Enlightenment. Oh, here we go. Starmen Deluxe. It is the most powerful boss we've had up to this point, which, you know, all the bosses you fight are the most powerful to that point. But this one, well, without RPP could be a problem, unfortunately. If you took my advice and bought a multi-bottle rocket a few episodes back, this battle gets a lot easier. So check this out. Oh, 1608! Took him down, dropped him like a sack of potatoes. Damn, that was awesome. Well worth the money. I think we broke it. All the enemies are gone now. That's why I needed to get the Sword of Kings before I went to fight Starmen Deluxe. Why are you still using the binoculars? You're inside. Saturn ribbon, huh? Is that something that only Paula can use? That's right. %? This guy has so little faith in us. Really? I just rescued your ass and you returned the one thing I needed from you to the frickin' library? I hate you, Apple Kid. Get out of the way. Blocking the way again. Okay, now that we've gone and rescued everybody, we've taken down the Starmen Deluxe, eliminated the Stonehenge facility. I don't know what the hell they're actually doing here, but we've stopped them from doing it. And we're going to head back to to get the Overcoming Shyness book for that little tribe of green dudes over in Deep Darkness. That is a big ladder. This game is really goofy. In my one of my other Let's Plays, I was going through the game Breath of Fire 3, and I had just made note in an episode I made, I guess yesterday, that that game is rather goofy too. Maybe not on the same level as this, but it's goofy in its own right. But what it does do is eventually, towards the end of the game, it sheds all those weird goofy things, or at least calms down a bit and becomes more serious. This game, I don't recall a point where it ever really does that. Just stays goofy the entire time. I mean, seriously, we're going to go find a book called Overcoming Shyness, so a group of little green mutants will go and talk to us. I mean, come on. Not to say that's really a bad thing. I mean, one of the refreshing things I think about this game is that it's more of a parody than a serious attempt to make like a real story, even by the standards of RPGs back in, I guess this was maybe 92 or so. Maybe 93. Oh, jeez. Which way was the way out? This wasn't it. I think that was. Anyway, I'm going to bring this episode to a close. You probably could have ended it several minutes ago if you wanted to. So in the next episode, I'm going to head back to 1 to pick up the Overcoming Shyness book.